Hi guys, this is TownieSimBuilds here, and I am so excited to finally share my very first build with you guys. It's been a very long time since I've been doing Sims builds and sharing them here on YouTube, so I thought what better than to go big and start with a cruise ship that I actually designed a little while back and I just finished up with. Alright guys, so here we are looking at the cruise ship in its whole extent. I've named this the Simegian Sun cruise ship, and this was actually inspired by a cruise I went on with said cruise company. And yeah, I just had a lot of fun building this. This lot is in Windenburg, and Windenburg is the world that comes with Get Together. And it was kind of inspired by another nearby lot. I think it was some kind of nightclub that had a pool inside. And I thought, you know, this was very fitting for the world, and I really wanted for this lot to feel like it was built into the world as well. So you can kind of see it's built into this like wooden dock area. You know, obviously cruise ships aren't closed in like this, but this was as close as I could get. I made like a big giant pool and I built the ship from the ground up. And you can kind of see a little bit here. There are some awnings, actually, some glass awnings in the front that I took from the world itself, from Windenburg, just to make it blend in a little bit more. And you can kind of see the boat in different times of day. But my favorite, obviously, is the beautiful sunset. It just looks really cool, like you're just going off into the sunset, ready for an adventure. Okay, so we are starting on the very bottommost floor of the ship. And normally, at the very bottom of the ship, you'd have a lot of machinery, and you'd have maybe some of the crew cabins here. But I want to keep it fairly nice, fairly modern. I started doing some of the cabins and staterooms here, and you can see I think I did it. I think it does feel very, very clean and contemporary. It feels like a cozy place to stay. You have a nice bed area. You got your TV and entertainment system. Some nice couches here. And then if you pan the camera, you can see that there's even like a small kitchenette, or maybe like a little bar area for your Sims to grab a bite if they're staying here. And lastly is a little bathroom. Nothing too complicated. I've never been like super big on over decorating bathrooms, but I think it gets the job done. And zooming out, the rooms are more or less the same. I just change a few color accents here and there, but yeah, there they are. And then at the very front of the ship is this really weird room. I didn't really know what to do with it originally, but I thought, hey, let me make it a mechanical room. The ship's gotta have some way to have power. Maybe generators, water filtration, stuff like that. So I think this room adds a good sense of realism here. Next up is the second floor of the build, and this is pretty much a mirror of the bottom floor. We have more of these cabin rooms again, and a little bit of a nicer stairwell there as well. You can see a quick shot of the hallway. And we actually have some light coming in now. We couldn't have windows at the bottommost floor because it wasn't quite realistic, but now we also have nice portholes in the rooms, so gives your Sims a really nice view outside. But yeah, more or less the rooms are the same. I just added some curtains here, given that there were windows, and you can just again see the different color accents and all the details in the rooms. And then moving towards the hallway, we actually have a room your Sims can use, and it's a gym. The gym is located at the front of the ship. We have a nice TV here, we have some treadmills, and we also have some weight machines as well. So hopefully if your Sims are overeating at the buffet, they can come down here and work off some of those calories. Alright, we're now in the middle of the ship, and this is where a lot of stuff gets a lot more fun and interesting. We have the nice kind of stairway slash gangway leading up. You can see some of the, oh my goodness, I forgot what they were called. The lifeboats, that's what they're called. You can see some of the lifeboats on the outside, and leading up you can see that this is kind of like a check-in area. I put some computers there, desk chairs there to simulate that, and of course there's a little sitting area as well. You can see that the check-in area is actually built in front of the pool, and the pool is what we'll get to next after we get to the next level of this build. Over here is a small recreational room. It's got a nice TV, it's got a chess table, some kind of card table. I think it's where they play like Don't Wake the Llama, and then also the foosball table as well. Moving over here, we have a little library, and personally I really loved how this came out. This is like the only real pop of red we see in this build, but it's a nice cozy space if you have Sims that want to keep to themselves and, you know, pick up a nice book, there's definitely a place to do that. So yeah, and moving over here, we finally have a better staircase room. We have a nice big view with big windows, another cozy sitting area, and it's just a really nice place for your Sims to sit and look out. Now moving back over next to the check-in desk, we have a little bar. I figured, you know, if your Sims are waiting to check in, if you're being realistic, maybe they want to pop in and have a drink, you know, chill out in the lounge while they wait for the room to be ready. And so this is just a quick look of that. And you can see kind of through the window panels a look at the other areas of the ship from there. And moving forward, we enter the formal dining area. So you can see it from above. Just simple but elegant. And this will be a different dining area from the one we'll see shortly. Here is the pianist who's still stuck on the lot somehow, but he's here to get some nice live entertainment. Just look around very quickly at some of the artwork. And then back here is the commercial kitchen, and this is where I would imagine, you know, chefs cooking up a beautiful meal for your Sims, hopefully. So it's got all the stuff chefs would need. All right, and finally we get to the open and exposed decks. I believe this is called the Lido deck on the cruise ship, and this is where a lot of the fun and the action happens. And just from here you can see like a bit of the pool area. There's a nice wraparound deck, and like, yeah, the view is just really great with this sunset, at least I think. I put some additional dining areas here, you know, if your Sims kind of explore and they want to eat outside. And there are some more here as well with some umbrellas for some added shade. So going in, this is obviously, again, the pool area. This area here is where the grand staircase area ends. So there are some, there's a few restrooms here, you know, if your Sims need to take a break, take a break next to the pool. There's also a DJ station, and it's roped off to just kind of give the DJ their space to perform by the pool. So we can kind of like see it in here a little bit. So the pool area, it was a little bit cramped, I'm not gonna lie, you guys, but I did my best to fit in enough lounge chairs to make it feel realistic, to house enough Sims that, you know, would be chilling out over here. You can see the little bar, the bartender's still stuck here as well. Also the big TV, a lot of these cruises have big TVs that are mounted on this floor, usually to play movies for their guests. So I did want to keep that detail there. And then this is the, I guess the Lido deck dining area. This area on a cruise ship is usually more casual. If you're not willing to go more formal, or if you're looking for a quick bite, this would be a great place to go. So you can grab something from the little cafe, the vending machine, and come outside to eat. And moving up, we do have a little bit more things here. This is mainly the very top deck of the ship. There's not like too much going on here, you guys, but it's absolutely necessary. You have the smokestack of the ship, which is towards the back. I do believe that's what it's called. And if you've ever been on a cruise ship, that part of the ship is quite loud. It's a lot of times where the horn will blast. And people do actually lounge there, but it's definitely something you've got to be cautious of. And moving across, we do have a walkway that goes on both sides, and it leads to a control room of sorts. Personally, I don't think I've ever been able to like get to an area like this. I mean, it's not meant to be because it's crew only. Obviously it is accessible by your Sims in the game because it does have computers and stuff, but you know, this would be more of a crew area where the captain and his crew members would be operating the ship and navigating it, you know, safely through the seas. So you can see it's like a very tech area. I do believe I used some stuff from Get to Work, I think, here. Nevertheless, you have Sims that will definitely use it for computers. And that's just the way Sims are, honestly. So for this build, I definitely wanted to make sure that this build was accessible by most Simmers. So I used very little content. I really try to stay away from using too many packs or using special packs. And this cruise ship really only has 2 technically. You'll see a lot of stuff from Get to Work, Get Together, and then there's also the stuff from the free holiday pack that the Sims also provided. So it's very little, it's very bare bones. And with all the builds you will be seeing on this channel, There are absolutely no mods and no CC needed, so you can go ahead, download this build, and put it right into your game without any problems. Alright, and that wraps up the build tour for the Simegian Sun cruise. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this build, if you've done builds similar to this, or if you'd want to download it, maybe make your own movie with it, your own machinima, or maybe even renovate it, maybe make it even better with other packs. Let me know what you guys do with it, let me know what your thoughts are on it, and I'd love to see all of your creations with this build. And with that, this is TownieSimBuilds signing off. Thanks for watching, guys.